Food. What is it about food that makes it so captivating? The taste? The brightly colored packaging? Well, whatever it is, the food industry does it perfectly. A little too perfectly. The food industry has existed since canned food was able to be shipped nationwide. But lately, the industry seems to be chasing one thing, and it's not the concerned consumer. A little known to the consumer, underneath the brightly colored packaging, the food industry is indifferently wreaking havoc on the environment. Environmental sustainability can be defined as the responsible management of natural resources in the production process. For example, imagine a man makes wooden toys for a living. This man cuts down all the trees in a forest and makes them all into toys. This not only means that the toy maker has no more wood to make toys and thus cannot make more money, but it also destroys the entire forest's ecosystem. Environmental sustainability is especially important in the food industry because agriculture relies heavily on the environment. In spite of this, the food industry as a whole participates in the irresponsible farming practices and food waste. These practices cause the quality of the soil to diminish and heavily contribute to the climate change. One example of this is monoculture farming. Monoculture farming is the irresponsible practice of planting, growing, and harvesting a single crop on a plot of land, year after year after year. The idea of monoculture farming was to simplify the farming process while raising revenue for companies. However, every time that a crop is planted, it absorbs specific nutrients. In extension, planting the same plant over and over again strips the soil of these specific nutrients. Essentially, monoculture farming is a farming practice that decimates soil quality, which farms rely on to grow quality products. Another major sustainability problem within the food industry is food waste. The amount of food wasted per year is estimated to be around 40 to 50%. In 2010, approximately 133 billion pounds of food and $161 billion worth of food were wasted. Many factors contribute to food waste, such as spoilage, which occurs in every stage of the production and food supply. At the retail level, food can be wasted by equipment malfunctions. Faulty cold storage is an example which can cause most food to spoil quickly. Over-ordering on produce can result in the store having more in stock than usual, which in return can cause the leftover produce to be thrown out. Most stores throw away food with even the slightest blemish because they know it won't be purchased off the shelves. In addition, food loss and waste accounts for at least 8 to 10% of the annual global greenhouse gas emissions. If I'm being honest, this outlook looks pretty hopeless. It's not like we can just walk up to the large corporations and ask them to stop. So what can we do? Well, large corporations aren't the only one who contribute to food waste. Consumers also contribute whenever they buy more than they need and choose to throw away the extras. Instead, consumers can help by donating some extra food to hunger relief organizations, recycling inedible foods, reducing the amount of food they buy at grocery stores, and properly storing their food. Household food waste makes up about 40 to 50% of all food waste. Think about that. If we strive to half the food waste in our homes, we could take away at least 25% of all food waste. Well, what about farming practices? Consumers can help by supporting our local farmers who actually practice sustainable farming methods. Together, we, the consumers, can make a difference. We can band together to buy food from responsible sources and reduce our own food waste to protect the world from climate change. After all, we only have one Earth.